So hello and welcome. This is the AI B2B webinar. I am Camilla Hasler, your host for this session, and we are going to be covering all that relates to AI and B2B. So if you're a business owner, if you're looking to scale a business, if you're looking to launch and grow, or if perhaps you have an established business and brand and you're looking to simply build it out and improve what you have today, then this is going to be a great webinar for you. It's going to be packed with actionable tips and strategies. So stick with this and we will share some amazing content today. And when I say we, I mean myself. And let me just share the screen here. So I'm Camilla Hasler, your host for this webinar and this talk. And first of all, just to say that this webinar is, like I said, all about practical and actionable tips and strategies for you to take away. Now, what we're going to cover today is going to be, first of all, a tiny bit about my background and who I am. So I'm really passionate about helping others to build great careers in sales and more wealth for themselves globally. I'm looking to make an impact. I'm looking to help and serve more people online and globally. And how I do that is, so I have 15 years experience in global sales, helping hundreds of businesses directly in roles across industries. And today, as part of what I do, I'm a coach and a mentor, and I grew up in London. And I'm excited to share with you today on why I think AI is so important for sales and business and to help you to make more money and add more business value. So with that, let's start with where we're at, where things are at. So many people know about AI. Many people have seen the updates in the news, but here's the thing, there's an opportunity that we have today as businesses still need to evolve and adapt to the shift. In fact, the marketplace is evolving to this, and there's an opportunity to perhaps build out or enhance our business with AI. How can we do that? Well, we need to, ideally, as a small business owner, do this for ourselves. The reason for this is because, again, we may not look to hire consultants, but also importantly, because we are looking to upskill and keep up. And of course, this can be a marketable and valuable skill for the future as well. So a lot of people are aware of AI, but a lot are still not applying it or using it yet. Some will use AI for business purposes. I did a poll recently on TikTok, and approximately 37% of TikTok users were using and leveraging AI at the moment. Now, here's a prompt for everyone to get you started. So suggest ways to boost income. So you can literally copy and paste this into your favorite large language learning model. And it can simply say, suggest ways to boost income through, and then you can put brackets, side hustles or business ideas. And I've just put some options here. You can change these. And considering my skills, time availability, and risk tolerance, which is important with anything today. So again, in terms of investment opportunities, it's not highly recommended to leverage financial advice from ChatGPT or LLMs today, but you may want to input some different text there. But this is just literally some ideas as a start. So now moving on. So how to make money with AI? Well, what AI is doing for us today is it's incredibly cost effective. This is what has changed. AI used to be locked in platforms that were very premium, only available to the largest businesses. And that has now changed. So we have the ability to do more things and create more output at our fingertips. And this is really exciting. Almost every day, I find different free platforms which are available to jump on, try, and leverage in terms of additional resources or skills, which is so exciting. And some businesses have processes and content partly done with AI today. The types of businesses that are particularly suited to AI are e-commerce, marketing, website design, copywriting, social media, and of course, social media content management. So AI essentially can help us to get more done in less time, but how can it do this? Well, How AI is used by sales pros and salespeople is, so 35% is around automating manual tasks. 31% of salespeople will use it for writing and messaging, and 34% will use it for data-driven insights. And what does that mean? Well, that means, helping AI to help them to understand, what deals do they need to update? It could be something as simple as that. Where's their pipeline changing? So when I say leveraging AI, what do I mean? Well, I mean literally incorporating either LLMs, so large language learning models, and doing this process that we see here on the screen. So this is where we add and submit a prompt, which is a set of instructions into an LLM by text or voice. And then, of course, it goes into operation, gives us an output, and we take that away. And of course, now there is an API integration, and people can create their own apps, create their own GPTs, and do lots of other exciting things with large language learning models. So that's one way to leverage AI. And of course, another is to leverage in terms of platforms and apps, which are very accessible today. And these are affordable as well, as I mentioned. So lots of people have businesses in certain niches. Niches are, the marketplace might be crowded in certain niches, but AI can really help you to differentiate. It can help you to learn more about your ideal buyer and target market. It could also help you to be different in your message and offer more value to people. And why is this important? Well, here are some reasons why business owners do not use AI at the moment. Number one is they may have a certain mindset on tech and technology changing. Number two is they might just deprioritize the learning and importance of what's happening, which is understandable. There's always things going on, other things to focus on. Next, in terms of an existing process and business model, maybe they have something in place which they consider functioning, and maybe they just dislike the process of taking what is a prompt, which after all, no one's really familiar and comfortable with a prompt. It's a string of lines of text. And maybe they don't like that process, or maybe they actually mistrust AI. They've been told or read or found out bad things about how AI can malfunction. And lastly, maybe they just haven't made the time to learn. So what's the challenge to applying AI? Well, again, I mentioned some of them, which are around worries and fears. It's not personal, not going to create good outputs. And of course, in the early days, there were some problems where ChatGPT and other LLMs did give bad outputs. There were fears about that and fears on whether it was reliable. Now, today, what am I suggesting? I'm suggesting that you effectively consult AI via ChatGPT and Gemini more often, if you can, treating it like an assistant in the same way that you might use Siri today. So if you're looking to generate revenue and money, what can you do? Well, you can leverage the ideas, some of the suggestions on how to develop and create existing ideas you have. You can ask for new ideas. You can, of course, indirectly, to create new clients and revenue, you can ask for ideal buyer research, ask sales questions. You can ask it to create video scripts, and of course, social media captions, and to build lead lists. So all of these can be done today with ChatGPT and Gemini. First of all, another tip I'd like to share with you. So for those that get fed up with prompts, having to have, lists of text to input ChatGPT all the time, did you know that you can input some shortcuts after one initial prompt? So these are on the screen here. So you just have to do / and then the word. So / improve, it would recognize as improve a prompt. / SEO would be, again, it would recognize as include SEO. / humanize, / explain if you don't understand something, it's not very clear. / quiz. So again, these LLMs rely on an initial prompt and input, but you don't necessarily have to input lots and lots of text to follow up. You can literally use these shortcuts. So what are the key trends in generative AI in May, as of right now? Well, of course, last week, Gemini announced some key updates to Gemini Live, which are really exciting. There are some developments on that which are coming out later in 2024. But in terms of immediate news and updates, ChatGPT announced ChatGPT 4.0, which is a very exciting update, which means faster output. It also means more variety of output and higher quality. There's more emotion and there's more, essentially in ChatGPT 4.0, there is more affinity, more emotional range and sophistication. It can, sing a song now. There are all sorts of things it can do with a voice prompt, which is really exciting. But some of the other key trends here on the slide. So the rise of multimodal models. So what does that mean? Well, it means people increasingly want fewer platforms to do more things. So what has been, what is developed as a solution here is for you to be able to upload text files, you can upload images. This was something that Claude AI was doing, and now ChatGPT and Gemini are doing this as well in their advanced premium versions. Then we're living in a time of smaller language learning models emerging, and these are exciting. They have performance capabilities. And of course, for anyone who experienced some ChatGPT is too full right now messages in the early days, that can be exciting as well, because it was frustrating to get those types of messages. And then lastly, in terms of the emergence of autonomous AI agents. Now, what this sounds very futuristic, but it's actually very exciting. It's the emergence of essentially chatbots and automation in the format of real, essentially bots, which can do decisions, do activity, and they can automate. So you can train them on a task, on a process, and they'll be able to carry that out for you. So what they can't do is necessarily is decisions, but what they can do is a lot of activity. And this is exciting. Again, this is a real emerging development, and the idea of even semi-autonomous, so AI agents that require your input, but more intermittently, they're able to do more, achieve more with certain instructions is quite exciting. So in terms of AI and the generative AI models, what are we talking about here? We're talking about NLPs, so natural language processing, to create outputs of audio, text, code, and image. Now, I'm going to focus on, I'm not a technical person, and I don't expect you to be. So we're going to focus here very much on image, idea, or decision. And then we're going to focus on audio and text. So these are the types of output we're going to focus on. So what are the different areas of a business that this can be applied in? Well, sales and marketing is one, logo generation, branding, image generation, adverts, video editing and design, and of course, social media as well. So generative AI and the two largest LLM models, so these are Gemini and ChatGPT. So both of these have free versions. I think the main use case and reason to purchase premium is currently with ChatGPT, which has a number of exciting plugins, which I'm going to share with you some of the capabilities with today. We're talking about a premium monthly paid subscription of $20 for ChatGPT. So again, this is affordable tech. This is accessible. A lot of people are probably paying more for their monthly mobile phone bill than that. There's a lot of capability. So here's a tip that I would like to share. So the first thing I would say is make sure that if you have a ChatGPT account, that you customize it. So you can see on the screen here, you go to your account and you go to customize ChatGPT. This is where you can input your specific business, your brand voice, what you're looking to achieve. And this literally customizes every single output from ChatGPT to your business and brand. So again, if you're doing something for another business or brand, make sure you switch off that capability. And I'd just like to say as well that ChatGPT created this, this engine that essentially it was running on, if we see prompts as petrol, essentially like for a car. It created this massive market and demand for prompts themselves. And of course, that is a very interesting phenomena where this was something that had never been in demand before, suddenly in demand, packs of, reams of text. And so that is worth noting. Now, prompt engineering, again, this is not a technical training, and I'd like to share that a prompt is just an instruction. It's an instruction via text you give to a large language learning model. And prompt engineering is, of course, learning to develop and optimize your prompt. So it sounds technical, but essentially what it's doing is creating more practical prompts for you to get better outputs. So next thing I'd like to talk about is prompts and text style. So the large language learning models have a huge range of different styles and tones of text. So i.e., you can take a moment to ensure that you request a text style in a specific tone or way. And I've got on the screen here an example for you of if you want to get your own style and tone into the outputs from ChatGPT, you simply give it a reference text or an example, and then you can give it this prompt. So in the upcoming prompts, I'd like you to take the speaking style and layout of the example text and apply that to the new text I need. You can check for understanding. Now, again, many people are familiar that they need to input a prompt, not necessarily around the understanding and checking that their request has really been understood before they expect the output. Another great option, if you are finding that prompts and having to save and have lists of prompts is too time consuming, I would suggest downloading the ChatGPT mobile app. It's free to download from the App Store. And if you're a premium member, you can then get your ChatGPT 4 premium on there as well. But even if you're not, you can then, you can have a conversation with ChatGPT via the app. It is about voice input. And that's really exciting. And you can select from different voices. And you can then have a conversation around what you want and the output, which is just so exciting if you prefer speaking to inputting text prompts. Another really great resource that I recommend is called Ask AI. There is a free version of this, and as it stands today, there are 30 million users of this. It is a chatbot, it's a ChatGPT chat, and you can set up a free account. It does include ChatGPT 4.0 for those who have it. And some of the things you can do with this are you can input a web page, you can ask about YouTube videos, you can browse the web with it. So it's a very intuitive chatbot, and you can download it in the App Store. Next, ChatGPT 4 plugins. So I mentioned these a few slides ago. Why do I think these are so good, and why do many people think these are so good? Well, I would say if you want prompt writing, there is Prompt Perfect, which updates your prompts and corrects them for you as a GPT. You can also browse and find the Humanizer GPT to make your messaging more human. You can also use GPTs such as Brandcraft. There is a Hormozy GPT to sound like Alex Hormozy. Startup Pitch Deck one. There is a Designer as well. So one thing I would recommend, and I've got it as a prompt on this slide, is each time you select a plugin, you can also give this prompt. You can say, please bullet point out all the users of this plugin. And that will help you to really get the most from every ChatGPT 4 plugin that you decide to select and try. So if content creation is key for you, I'm going to recommend 2 for video here. So this is for either faceless video or video output directly from ChatGPT 4. So you don't need to leave the platform at first. You do for the final part, but again, a lot of this is done in the ChatGPT, in the tool, in the LLM. So what you can do is select Video IO, the GPT, and then it will ask for some input to help you to create a script. It will then, from that script, create a video for you. Another really great one is called Video Maker GPT. You can create explainer videos. And this is done via InVideo AI. You will need to create a free account in both Veed and InVideo AI in order to use these. But these, again, with InVideo, you go into a queue to have your video generated. So now I'd like to do, just as an exercise to check for learnings, based on what you've seen in recent slides, what AI solutions do you think you could tackle differently with just some of the things you've seen? Do you think there are ways to leverage and involve AI in more of your day-to-day decision making? Ideally take a minute and just write down on a piece of paper what other specific business challenges that you're having and how might you be able to solve them, or what might you do and try in order to get new results in this area. Okay, next I'm going to talk about ChatGPT for social media posts. So again, if you are looking to, let's say, for example, as a scenario, you have a life event recap, maybe you move country, you start a business, and you want to do a recap and essentially announce to your network. Maybe you create this in a tone which is friendly, and you're looking to add in the update your recent life events. And so what you do is you would provide the context. So in your prompt, say, I'd like to make a post on, or I'd like to make a social media reel on, give me 10 post captions for, and then tell it which platform this is for, on the topic of, insert your topic, and then insert your expertise next. And it will then create for you some ideas and example outputs that, again, you can refine, you can work through. I'm not suggesting you just take whatever it provides, but again, it can be a great starting point, a way for you to break through the procrastination, or even the how shall I get started questions that sometimes people ask themselves before creating that social media post. So another thing that you can get help with from AI is social media niche content. So here's another sort of starter prompt. So give me 5 things on, and whatever your niche or topic is. Now turn this into a script for me to do, and then say what you want to create. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a speech, maybe it's a presentation. Please give me one image that visually represents this topic. Now that's a follow-up prompt. And then what you could do is take and download Teleprompter app. This is a free app. It has AI built into the app. It can also help you to generate scripts in the premium version. But if you're not using that, you can use this and create your video. And then another prompt example would be, please give me 10 Instagram story ideas to promote. I'm selling A. Now, if you have a specific offer or promotion or campaign, then again, you can get some ideas, and it can create you a list of SEO terms to include in this campaign. So again, this will help you to create more niche content, which is better quality. Now, what are some of the platforms you can use to leverage for sales copy and copywriting? Their Jasper.ai platform is very good. So is Hypotenuse AI. Again, you may need to look into if they're free or paid. But if you expect to be doing a lot of an activity and you'd like to see the different quality out there, it could certainly be worth a free trial to explore the difference in this to using LLMs like ChatGPT and Gemini. So another thing that LLMs can help you to do is create, more consistent messaging in your brand voice. So you can ask to develop a social media caption for Instagram. Here's an example output. This was related to a video that I did on Google and Gemini updates. Now, again, you can take an output and refine it into your own brand voice and message. And you can really take some of that output, you can change it, you can update it. But what this is helping you to do is just literally in a really creative way to have something to build on and work from, where before perhaps you just had to rely on yourself for everything. So again, another really great GPT that's available for premium ChatGPT-4 users is VoxScript. With VoxScript, you can, for example, you can ask it to tell you all of the users and functionalities that it has as you start to use it. So it can, so you can get the most from it. It can search Google, give you the news, search YouTube videos for you for TED Talks or anything on your topic, and it will give you the description and the SEO tags. So again, it's great at summarizing these types of content in bullet points. So that's a really useful GPT as well. So now next, what if you have a logo to design? If you're a new business owner and you want to start to generate revenue, yes, you need a logo. So you're going to use the logo plugin called Logo Design. This is in GPT-4, and you get 20 years of experience in that GPT. So you can answer questions on your company, its tagline and key offering, and it will just generate logo design ideas to choose from. So you can literally build a brand in a few minutes. Now, next, image design. Image design is an aspect of AI which is just developed so well, and right now within ChatGPT-4, again, there is a Canva GPT where all you'll need to do, all again within the model, is you can just describe the design you want, specify an occasion or purpose, how you plan to use it, specify the message if there is one, and just give a little bit of detail and allow GPT to run and tweak and refine that. So how can you generate revenue from some of what I'm sharing? Well, you can generate revenue from images even. You could start an Etsy digital shop, create digital designs to resell for, even though it is maybe just a few dollars, that can build up to a really profitable business over time. And Etsy has a very high volume of traffic. Again, you can make t-shirts, phone covers, hats, whatever you want. And you can create these designs or logo designs for other people and sell them as well. So you can generate revenue from image creation as well. Now, in terms of productivity, maybe you're a very busy entrepreneur and you want to get the most from your time. Well, now you can ask ChatGPT for some ideas. You can ask it to give you a schedule and weekly tasks. And all you need to do that is just to say who you are, what you do, and what you want to include as activities. You can say, please organize my schedule, which is exactly like something you would say to an assistant or a PA, and weekly tasks with specific times and tasks. And it will then create for you this schedule and calendar. Then you can say also something like, I want to work from home on these days. Also, please add these tasks and re-update my schedule, and it will do that. So again, it's very flexible it will work with whatever you give it. It will make the updates. It will, continuously evolve and adapt what you provide. Another prompt you may have is, how can I effectively balance my responsibilities in these areas and make time for self-care? So again, this is ideation and getting ideas from LLMs that you can then review. Another one would be, can you create a meal plan for this number of days, this age group, with these health conditions and dietary preferences, who need to consume this number of calories per day? Make it specific to this health or dietary goal. And then again, in terms of productivity, ChatGPT can just help you to have the best diet. And research has definitely shown that in terms of productivity and diet, that this can be linked as well in terms of more focus, more energy. So now we're going to look at specifically the ChatGPT questions that you can leverage and use to grow your business. So here are some prompts that you can screenshot in terms of this. So number one is, what are 10 questions I can ask for growing and then give it your business type, and what do I need to consider? Next, you can say, generate a list of potential partners for a new product launch. This might be if you're looking for ideas in a specific niche. Again, it can provide you with a list of potential partners and companies in that niche. Another prompt might be evaluate the viability of, and then provide a business idea by conducting a SWOT analysis, considering the market size of this and analyzing the competitor landscape with insights on and opportunities. So again, this type of prompt it's a more complex prompt. It may, bring up insights which you didn't think of. If you don't have all of the answers though, as you see the brackets on the screen, you can leverage ChatGPT or Gemini to ask and find out, what is the market size? What is the competitor landscape? What are the risk factors? So again, don't feel that you need all the answers here, because you can get them and then incorporate them from LLMs or Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot is another AI assistant, and that is great at getting specific references, specific sources, and then it will give you a list of links for those exact sources. So you have references you can look at. So another prompt here is suggest ways to boost income. Now, we looked at that earlier, so we'll move on. So next, we're going to look at how email tools with AI can help and support and build out your email copy. Now, why would you use an email AI tool? Well, you might use it because they have more templates built in and they're more specific to your exact use case. So again, ChatGPT and GPT-4 will now have a GPT for your need, but it won't necessarily have all the templates pre-built in. So you'll need to think of some of the things. So here are prompts for those who want to use ChatGPT and Gemini for more email activity. So you could say, for example, create an email targeting customers who've shown interest in, and then give it your specific product category. Another one would be create a personalized email for customers who, and then give the context. Maybe it's customers who have stopped buying in the last 2 months, customers who have confirmed that they are going to be having a birthday in the next 3 weeks. So again, there are lots of scenarios. It could be customers who have bought from me 3 times. I want to create a personalized email to thank them for buying. So those are some examples. Now, if you're stuck on subject lines, and subject lines are, after all, a really crucial part of the email, and if it gets read. If subject lines are your challenge, then here's a prompt for that. So give it a number of subject lines, email subject lines for the type of email to your target audience, insert the target audience there, and then say using this style and language, and provide the style. And this comes back to what I said about the tone. The style, is it professional? Is it humorous? Is it engaging? Is it positive? Give it a style of language. And then another one would be create a personalized email for customers. So personalization is a huge area of how we can leverage AI. It can help us to essentially gather and have more ideas about what our ideal buyer might want or think. And even though these are essentially guesses, they are informed guesses, because LLMs they are trained on a huge volume of data online from the internet. So again, personalization is a great aspect of AI today. And here's another example prompt, which would be using this writing style for this target audience, and add whoever you're looking to work with. Write a type of text. So this could be a blog, article, could be a newsletter for the subject of, and then give it a location. And then next, you're going to highlight the benefits offered by your exact subject, by what you're writing to them about. Now, ways to monetize from copy. Of course, you could be a professional copywriter, you could start an email marketing agency, or you might also want to create a newsletter and monetize that. So again, there's lots of people creating newsletters and coming up with subscriptions for that. So that might be a way to monetize. Now, email prompts. So here are some other email prompts. create me an email targeting customers who've shown interest in a specific product category, create a personalized email for customers who, and then provide that context. Now, one of the important things to say with regards to emails as well is that ChatGPT can create a series of emails, a sequence, as it were. And of course, in the sales world, the sequence is absolutely crucial today. It's important to have multiple touch points, multiple communications with your ideal clients. And this is how you get traction. And this is why, again, you can ask for a series of emails. You don't have to just ask for one email. So how is AI transforming sales today? Well, it's transforming sales prospecting and outreach by intent and understanding who is searching for what. But it's also in terms of sales and marketing ideas and creating more alignment between teams with more data. So i.e. before the marketing team relied on sales a lot to update them. Now the marketing team have all of these automations and AI and data analysis tools which can help them. And then, of course, in terms of lead scoring, this is something which can help companies to save a great deal of time and resource. And it can also help individuals as well to prioritize the most interested leads. Next, in terms of, I've talked about personalized emails and call scripts and messaging to improve relationships. So what this means is the quality of, I'm sure we've all been in a business situation where the quality of the business communication might not have been at a great standard. So this helps anyone to tap into this. And then in terms of AI and CRMs, of course, AI is now within Salesforce and multiple CRMs. And it just allows us to get more insights into the sales strategy. So again, this exercise is going to just be a one on the screen just for people to consider, but I just like to allow a little time just to say what's a current sales challenge that you're having. And if you think of a hypothetical client facing this business related challenge, again, how can you involve AI and leverage AI to help you to know more, learn more, and understand more about that hypothetical client? So again, this is about how you can come up with ways to leverage AI based on what I've been teaching today and sharing with you. So again, I'm all about applying the learnings and how you can really reinforce this. So this is why I am inviting you here to just take a moment to think of that sales challenge, think of that challenging sales role and buyer, and how you might have more information to go further with that opportunity and buyer. So next, another use case for AI is it can help you to even create just a simple formatted table you can leverage for lead generation. So again, if you're on a budget as a small business owner, just want to get started, then ask it to be an Excel expert and create a table, column headings, and just input this name, role, title, company size, etc. And it will give you an output that you can then take to Google Sheets or Excel and directly work from. So next, in terms of B2B email, sales copy and copy with AI. So there is a couple of really good platforms that both have free versions, so you can try them, copy.ai and flot.ai. And with these, maybe you want to craft your ideal B2B email, and they can give you, again, multiple suggestions, versions that you can, tweak and adjust. But if you want to ask AI and ChatGPT and Gemini, then what I would recommend is, for example, you can take some messaging around who your ideal buyer is, who you think they are, and you could ask AI for some ideas on if your messaging will work. You can also, in terms of a message you're about to send out, you can ask AI for input on the clarity of your text and what you have shared, quality of it. Another use case would be to ask about a CTA. Ask if AI can help you to refine and strengthen your call to action so that it's stronger and better. Next, you could ask that AI will double check the latest significant trends or data in your sector with reference to reliable industry reports. And then what you can do is build something of that into your emails, into your messaging. Another thing is that's going to be important is the tone. So you can say adopt an engaging and persuasive tone in all communications, mirroring the user's own copy side, and then you can provide your sample text. So again, things to avoid being generic, because it is noticeable. Again, sometimes if you take the very first output that you get from AI, it does sound too generic and a little bit insincere. So just check, ask yourself when you get an output, is it something that you might say or one of your team? And if not, refine it. If you're interested in specific buyer personas with AI, then I recommend this platform for you. It's called Get It Out. It's an AI platform focused on buyer personas. With this platform, you can describe your offer, company, brand, and competitor set and input landing pages from those competitors. And what it can do is help you to create more persona profiles. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can also ask ChatGPT to help you make a list of buyer motivations, desires, and pain points. And of course, here are some more prompts that you can leverage to create a persona. Now, with this, you have a persona, so it's consider the buyer's professional and personal background. And then what is happening essentially is you are giving it a specific role type and decision maker, and then asking that AI recognize and identify specific challenges, potential challenges that your buyer is facing, and help you to navigate the complexities of this buyer and the buying scenario. So this is a great way that you can get some ideas again around the specific challenges that your buyers are facing, and just you work with that to understand how can you build out a dialogue or a conversation from there. Here's a prompt for ideal customers. So in order to streamline our marketing strategies and business development efforts, could you assist me in providing and elaborating on the potential customers for our, and then input your product, service, then provided by, input your company name within the specific geographic boundaries of where are you based, could you expand on the demographic and psychographic characteristics, purchasing behaviors, lifestyle preferences, digital habits, and consumer needs of our target audience within this market industry sector. All right. So that was about ideal buyers. Now, here's an example. If you are ever doing lead generation and SMS outreach, this is an AI prompt example to create an SMS. So introducing this name, the game changer in this industry, discover unmatched efficiency with our key feature, designed to input product benefit, save time, increase productivity, and elevate your business game. Why wait? Experience the future today, tap now, and then insert your link. So that will give you an SMS text draft that you can then refine and adjust again for use out in live in your day-to-day. So I hope you've enjoyed this webinar and this introduction to AI for B2B. If you are enjoying and have enjoyed learning more about how to leverage AI, some of the great capabilities it has, and also more importantly, how from a low cost you can leverage and apply some of these to your day-to-day. There is a next step. There is a launch offer, which I have for you. It is an online digital community where you can subscribe to get members benefits, and those include, so this is an online community with additional learning resources and training modules. So there is an online course on lead generation. You can also get additional resources on AI for B2B. So it's lead generation, sales, and AI in a community. And you will also, when you join, receive a complimentary sales and AI strategy call. That would be when you sign up as part of this webinar. And if you want to join now, this is the link to join. Like I say, this is a launch offer. You would be a founder member and you can get in for just $33. And this is a cancel at any time subscription where you will get at least 30 days to improve your AI and sales and lead generation. So why you should join? Well, this is about creating a community. It's building it. I am building this now for aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners and online professionals who want to not just reach but surpass targets, grow with others, but most importantly, not miss out on any of the key learnings and insights and tips that are available to them as part of being in this group. This is about how you can stay ahead as a business owner. And of course, at Awesome, as part of Automating Sales, we're not just a community, we are a sales training company, and we provide that gateway to mastering both sales and applying cutting edge AI insights and strategies. So again, if you'd like to join up, take a screenshot of this link here and be a founder member. Like I say, this price and monthly price will go up once we reach 500 members. This is a launch offer. If you'd like to join or join the waiting list, then make sure that you reach out and let myself know. And here's what I think makes this offering really unique, that it's not an online only course. I'm not recommending and providing you just a digital course and saying off you go to implement. This is about guidance, and like I say, you would get a one-to-one consultation on your specific AI and sales challenges, and you will get strategies and recommendations as well. So again, this is about not having to figure things out for yourself. This is about support and expert guidance in these areas. And of course, yes, it's about I'm building a community of driven professionals, but I recognize that at first, perhaps your priority is your business and the growth and revenue perspective that you can get to. So like I say, it's a 30-day grand slam. You can join for a month, try it out, and of course, see the results that you get from that. And I mentioned the support you'll get, but of course you'll also get recognition as well. You can showcase your expertise, but importantly, you will earn points and badges as you complete actions and tasks, and as you find new clients. So this should be really motivating and exciting. It will encourage community members to gamify, to slightly see this as a game, as a competition, and that will make it fun. And in terms of it would be an average of 30% sales performance that I would anticipate from joining this group. So make sure you join now to be part of a community like this. And of course, again, another reason to join is for motivation. I will be there with motivational insights and resources that will help to inspire you to push your own boundaries to new heights. So again, this is about helping you to have the resources you need, the support, but also so you can apply it and adopt it yourself. This is not a done for you program. And so again, why join this group? Well, I do, and I understand the anxiety that might be happening right now as a business owner in this climate. I recognize as well that revenue goals are incredibly important and need to be prioritized. Perhaps you're worrying that maybe you can't attract enough clients. Well, the lead generation aspect and teaching of this community will be really helpful for you. If you're feeling like you are not using the latest strategies or technologies enough, again, this will give you a great reason to do that, along with others who want to do the same. And, this is about personalized coaching. This is about taking any worries that you have around AI, digital transformation, and sales, and making sure that you have a roadmap for what to do on this. So lastly, what I would say is be sure that from today's training, you have valiantly watched and been, able to understand some of the great potential and possibility that lies out there for you. My ask is that you implement and start to think about how you can apply and leverage what I've shown you today. Make a plan, make your own plan to apply what you've learned. And of course, in terms of support, if you do recognize that maybe you need a bit more to maintain this pace, maintain this consistency, then definitely check out and join the new community that I'm building. And this is going to be a really exciting community and way for you to learn and grow in AI and sales. So with that, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for being an attendee virtually of this webinar. I'm Camilla Hasler. It's been a pleasure to speak with you and teach about AI and sales and some of the possibilities for you. I hope this has been valuable and that you've had some key takeaways and learnings from this. And as I say, my ask is that you go out there and learn and apply this. Now, for those that are interested in the membership, you can join the launch in the next 2 hours from watching this recording or live, and you will get a free 45-minute audit call. So the audit call I mentioned will be extended by another 15 minutes, and you'll get a report after that as well. And if you have any questions, if you're not sure if this membership is quite right for you, but you're interested to learn more, then make sure that you book in a call with me. You can use this link here and book in a call to this will be a 20-minute free call to learn more about the membership, about what I'll be teaching, and about what you can expect and what you're looking for in AI for your business. So definitely book in that call if you would like to speak with someone. Most likely I will be doing that call with you. And so it's a great opportunity to just really get to know what this is, how it could help you specifically. Appreciate that joining a webinar, sometimes you may feel like this is not necessary just for you. But in fact, everything that I'm teaching, all of the learning that you will get will be based on very practical and actionable business use cases. So with that, I'd like to thank you so much for joining. Wish you a wonderful rest of the day or the evening, wherever you are. And with that, I will close the recording, and thank you once again for joining, and I look forward to seeing you on a call soon, and if not on a call, then as part of another live webinar with me, Camilla Hasler. So thank you and good night. Goodbye.